Hello, everyone. Welcome. We'll wait a couple of minutes until more people are able to log in and join us, but excited to have all of you with us today. Great to see so many of you joining us. We're looking forward to today's webinar. I'm Keating Sherry, Vice President of Outreach here at Sunrise International, and I'm joined by my esteemed colleague, Sean Leo, who serves as our Director of Digital Media. We're looking forward to providing you all an informative webinar on digital marketing in China, insights and case studies. We expect today's webinar to go about 30 minutes, and we'll have time at the end for Q&A. So if you have any questions, feel free to post those in the Q&A section, and if we're unable to address them at the end, we'll follow up with you with an email answering your question. So without further ado, I will pass the baton over to Sean.
Hey. Hi everyone. Is my audio okay? Okay. So I'm really happy to be here today to give you a presentation about the digital marketing in China. Today we'll be focusing about the business and graduate school and some case studies. Okay. So before we actually dive into the content, I just want to give you a little bit overview on Sunrise in case someone in this webinar who are not familiar with us. So Sunrise International is a Beijing-based full-service media production company. We have over 10 years of history. We've been working with over 100 university clients in the past to help them build their China digital presence and also host local events here in China. So some of the content we'll be talking about today, including why you should focus on the Chinese market in 2024 and some of the services that you should consider when you enter the China market and some recommendations. We will also be talking about some of the challenges that many universities are facing when they are considering the China market. So one thing to consider here is the China youth unemployment rate in 2024. Actually, the government has stopped recording the rates in June 2023 because of the ongoing discussion on the internet. So they decided to post it and to change the way they calculate the unemployment rates. But by June 2023, it has reached a record high of 21.3%. So here in China, this year, the new number of new graduates entering the labor market is also rising to nearly 12 million this year. And there's not enough jobs on the market to keep pace. At the same time, the government has also cracked down on certain business, like the once vibrant industry, online education, technology, and real estate. So as you can see in the picture on the right corner, it has been really difficult for some people to actually obtain a job after the college graduation. And so therefore, study abroad has emerged as an attractive option for many people. So as we can see, some chatters on the Chinese social media about unemployment on Little Red Book and also Weibo, people are talking about how they lose their job at the age of 31st, or there has been like a summary post about how they live their life in the past 3 months after losing the job. And we can also see on Weibo that some people mentioned that it's been really difficult to look for a job. This post is about the Shenzhen, which is like a southern city of China. And we also see people complain about the job market in China and how they're suffering from it. And they're offering suggestions that what you can do during this period of time. And we can also see some good or positive content where people share about their experiences on how they secure a job after study abroad. So as we can see, some content on Little Red Book and also Weibo, where people talk about their the job opportunities in US and also Australia, and how the Chinese youth can actually step outside of China and also build their connections abroad. So there's one thing that you actually need to consider before you do your digital marketing in China is to consider the Great Firewall and some search engine like natives in China. Because some websites like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, they all don't work in China. And for some like official websites which is hosted outside of China, it's also having a hard time to load for many Chinese users. So you really need to consider what platform you're using and should you have a localized website. And speaking of the website, you also need to consider that should you localize your website and get the Baidu SEO to make sure that your website is actually can be seen on the Chinese search engine. And we have some essential digital platforms for you to take a look as a reference. So basically, many people will use Baidu as the main search engine to search for information. So you really need to make sure that when people search your Chinese name on Baidu, they will be able to find your website or relative content instead of the ad agency who are talking about study abroad in general. And as mentioned here, you can always contact us for a web presence report to see how your English website is or perform in China. And one of the most important thing is about the ICP. So I know some university might have a Chinese website hosted in Hong Kong before, and it can be loaded in China. But for the website to be able to run campaigns, ICP is really important. It's basically the verification from the Chinese Internet Bureau, where you get your site approved. So it's like a license that's necessary for your Chinese website if you want to do campaigns with it. And here are some case studies and how other universities or graduate programs are doing in China. So here we have GW Engineering. They have they have built a Chinese website and where they integrate the application pages to their official English website, and they local host the videos and images. They try to avoid the YouTube and Vimeo for China markets because those content could not be loaded in China. And we can also see the Gabelli School of Business at Fordham University. So they built a Chinese website with a localized interest form, a lead generation form. So this form is bilingual and is hosted in a Chinese platform, which can be easily accessed by the users. And they integrate their social media into the contact section of their Chinese website, which could be really helpful because when people search the university's name, enter the website, they will be able to see the official WeChat page where they can follow and then find more detailed information about the university. And here we have another example of Brandeis International Business School. So they host a Chinese landing page, and they have a well-done Baidu SEO so that the site can be easily found on Baidu when they search the Brandeis University Business School in Chinese. And also, what they done really well on their site is they feature some of the top majors and programs for Chinese students, such as MBA, MA, MSF, stuff like that. So I think to really emphasize the content for Chinese students will be important for them to to capture the important information. So which is good part. And then we'll be talking about more about the Chinese social platforms and some comparison. Many of you have already heard of WeChat. It's the one in all app, like all-in-one app. So we use WeChat in our daily life, and we search information, we book our tickets through WeChat. So it's basically a useful WeChat app in China where you engage people in your own network. And we also have Douyin, which is the Chinese version of TikTok. So it hosts the short form videos owned by ByteDance. Many people use Douyin on a daily basis to get information. And then we'll be also talking about Weibo, Bilibili, and then lastly, Little Red Book. So Weibo serves like the China's Instagram, similar like a Little Red Book, where people share the instant messages and news on Weibo. And unlike WeChat, it has like a more closed network where people have to follow you in order to see information from you. Weibo is more like an open platform where you can do like a impression campaigns on Weibo to make sure that people with the similar tags or interest will be able to see your post. And for Bilibili, it's basically a YouTube channel for younger generation here in China. It has the video streaming and video sharing function. Many students share about their study abroad experiences on Bilibili. And then lastly, the Little Red Book, as many university mentioned to us recently, we get many questions about this platform, especially evolving platform here in China. People share about their experiences and their travel notes, their videos and short videos and also photos on the Little Red Book. So it owned by Xiaohongshu, which is the Chinese name of this company. It's really useful platform to engage the audience and also have meaningful dialogues. So now we'll start with the WeChat. As mentioned, we have personal account and subscription account on WeChat. What's the difference here? So for personal account, it's actually you use it for daily communication with your contacts on WeChat. Subscription accounts is more like the Facebook page where you follow certain pages and you'll be able to find the interesting stories on their page. So those are the differences. And for subscription account, we actually have two kinds. One is the regular subscription account. The other one is the service account. Universities can choose to open either one. The first one will be mainly focusing to mainly for those entities who have like a Chinese license. The second one will be suitable for those who have like a overseas verified legal documents. So for now, we have majority of our university partners open a service account. The major difference here is service accounts will be shown on your contact page, where subscription accounts will be folded into a folder where you can find all the other subscription accounts. So service accounts will give notification whenever you push a post, but this one won't. And the potential challenges for university is will be the first one, the account setup, because foreign entities actually face a more complicated process when open WeChat official account. It will ask for like a legal document and certain business cards and some signature, and also the authorization letter. And also for WeChat, there is a strict content regulation. You have to follow their regulation. Otherwise, the account might be blocked or the article might be deleted if those rules are not followed. And here is a case study that we did recently. So Worcester Institute, this institute used to work with a Singaporean agency where they have a verified service account, but the account's name is in their English name. Which could be troublesome for Chinese audience because the name and the spelling is too long, and not many people will search the whole English name on WeChat. However, they might search their Chinese name, 伍斯特理工学院, which is much easier for them to type. So after they work with us, we help them to redo the verification of the account and help them change the name. And now they have a official Chinese name on the WeChat official account. And for WeChat, content is actually the key to grow your account. So we will recommend some information like you can post about your school introduction. Some information include the job fair, internship, featured majors, application information. And we will also recommend some customized updates, something that's not cannot be easily found, such as top 3 trendy courses from your university, and some popular professors that you can introduce to your prospective students, and some upcoming events on campus, and some unique traditions and rankings and safety information. And of course, you can always engage your student alumni. For example, in the past, we have helped our university client to engage one of the current Chinese students to do a one-day live on campus to record it in images and videos, which could be really interesting for those those prospective Chinese students who have never been study abroad before. And we can also share some famous alumni stories. Best content is related to the China. And also conduct some student or alumni interview. And lastly will be some fun advice, such as orientation tips and where to go for spring break. And here we have some WeChat content examples that I want to show you. So the first one is with Iowa State University, where we introduced a number of new students admitted to Iowa State for the new semester. And then we also encourage our university partners to introduce some hot major like AI. Since last year, AI was like a really top topic on social media. So we encourage our university partner to share some content about AI and related major. And you can also post about your China events. For example, last week, we just helped Tulane University to host a alumni event in Shanghai. So we were able to post a recap article on the social media. And the last one is the NJIT. So we talk about their rankings on the social media on WeChat. So those are some really good contents on WeChat. Next, we'll be introducing the Weibo official account. So to many people, Weibo might be familiar to them, but then they don't yet actually have an account on Weibo. I can introduce why you should. I think for bigger universities or like university with many Chinese students, it's definitely necessary to open a Weibo account because they can help you expand the network by doing the impression campaign. Some of the content you might be posting on WeChat could only reach to your followers, but on Weibo, you can reach to those people who have a similar interest like study abroad, but they haven't yet followed you. Here on Weibo, we have found many people talking about certain topic like study abroad or study abroad in the US or UK. So there are certain tags on Weibo where people use to target the content. So actually on Weibo, you can target the users and demographically and also by interest. And here are some Weibo content examples. So previously, we had Forehand Gabelli School of Business share a video of their team greeting in Chinese during the Chinese New Year, which we consider is a great content because it can really relate to the Chinese audience. And then we also have Brandeis International Business School open the Weibo accounts. Currently, their accounts have 1,700 followers. And they've been posting about their events or online webinars on Weibo. And then we have Iowa State University sharing about their research on VR. It's more like a research for the graduate program. So those are some great contents that you can actually share with the Chinese audience on Weibo. And next, we'll be talking about Douyin. So Douyin, as you know, the Chinese version of TikTok is a really important campaign tool. Despite the childish reputation, actually the app now is maturing with more serious content. So we have been seeing many education-related content or university accounts who've been posting about study at their university or lectures on Douyin. And many governments' videos features frontline workers and also their citizens in the past. So we have thousands of individual citizens are sharing their videos online and including the Douyin platform. So Douyin videos also shows that many Chinese students, they're studying abroad and they're sharing about their study abroad experiences. When you search like 留学, which study abroad vlog, you'll be able to see many students sharing about their study abroad experiences. And then we also have some university clients who run the Douyin campaigns. In the past, Fordham University used to run a campaign that they are recruiting students. And those campaigns can be customized based on the user's location so that the users or the audience can be more related. For example, this one, because it can identify the user is located in Beijing. So, right, it says Forehand University Gabelli School of Business is currently recruiting in Beijing. But if for any other users who are located in other cities or provinces, it can be customized that way to be more related to the audience. And then we have Case Western Reserve University, the graduate school. They are promoting their management school, management college on Douyin. And also we have the Stanford University Knight Hennessy Scholars Program. They're promoting their alumni testimonial on Douyin. So those are some really powerful contents which can really relate it to the Chinese audience and attract their attention. After they see those videos, they'll be able to click on it and fill out their information, and we can collect leads through that. Another platform we'll be talking about is Bilibili. Actually, we've seen many students, like younger generation, they tend to post like a longer formats of video on Bilibili. For example, if people wants to share about like a 30 seconds to 1 minute video, they're more likely to do it on TikTok. But then if they're sharing a video of 3 to 5 minutes, they're more likely to do it on Bilibili. So when search for like those content, you'll be able to see thousands of contents that's related about study abroad. And most users will, like most bloggers will be sharing about their experiences and how excited. And then we can also see that many schools will run their campaigns on Bilibili. So Bilibili is such a platform for younger generation where some universities choose this platform to promote their programs. And then the lastly will be the Little Red Book, which we also known as 小红书. So 小红书's user base is really young, especially for those who were born in 1999 and 1999 and 2000s. They have pretty much they use 小红书every day. For myself, I use 小红书to search information and to search for advice. So this platform is really dominated by women. About 70% of the users are women because originally it was a platform for people to share about makeup and some trendy fashion. And later on, the content gets like more variety after all. And then compared to other social media platforms, 小红书 actually have like a more depth of features and will be able to have like a more accurate algorithm for those people who are searching certain content. So according to research, 小红书 marketing actually efficiently reach audience and generate high conversions. So one of the experience that I want to share about Little Red Book is we have university clients who are promoting or doing 小红书 campaigns. So the important part to run Little Red Book campaign is really the content and how you format them. So some of the contents we might not be mentioning about the university's name, but we mentioned about, for this one, Pace University is a university located in New York City. So we'll be talking about, how study abroad or study in New York City be like, and how you can turn the whole city into your classroom. And then we'll be talking about Pace University inside the article. So past week, we also heard some really successful stories from our other university partners who have their Chinese representative located in China and open a Little Red Book account where they can do daily communication with those people who have an interest in study abroad, or they're searching like certain terms about their university. So the Chinese representative will be able to answer all the questions on the Red Book directly and leads to a application eventually. So those are some successful stories that we have heard, and also the campaigns that we have helped our partners done in the past. And for many of you might wondering how those platforms are differentiate, like whether I should do a campaign on Bilibili or Little Red Book or WeChat. So we have an internal cheat sheet that we want to share with you. So for each platforms, the campaign like focus could be different. For example, on Bilibili, because of the user base mostly are between the age of 12 to 24. So we'll recommend universities like boarding school or bachelor's degree to do campaigns on Bilibili. And then for Douyin and Zhihu, those platforms are more for like a general audience, and the user base could be different. So we generally will suggest a master's program to promote there. And for some programs who wants to promote to parents, we'll recommend Zhihu, as there are many male users, and also it can be targeting to over 40 years old. And we just generally have more like older generation using Zhihu to share content there. And then for Little Red Book, because it's such a young platform, it's just, the company was founded in 2018. So only a few years of history, but then because of the contents is really interactive, So we do recommend like bachelor's programs or master programs to promote there. And then we have some like information list out for Baidu and WeChat ads. So it really depends on your needs and whether you want to collect leads or direct the campaign to, or direct the users from the campaign to the official website. So we will have different recommendations for you. And then aside from the digital platforms, one thing you might want to consider is the reception events or offline events in China. I know it's the Yale season, and many universities are searching for how to turn the Yale rate. So we would recommend to do some offline events. So last week, we helped Tulane University Freeman School of Business to run a alumni events here in Beijing, in Shanghai, sorry. So those events have like 90 participants register, and eventually we get 60 attendees. And then during the events, their dean, Polo Goose, introduced the new updates at Freeman School of Business, and their previous alumni shared about their learning experience. And then they were able to connect with the alumni and also new incoming students. And the alumni also were able to help build the partnership here in China during the networking. And some of the other offline events you might want to consider is the graduate recruitment tours. So in upcoming fall and also the spring next year, we have some recruitment tours targeting graduate programs. So if you're making your plan for the next semester or new academic year, make sure that you consider some offline events or joining the fairs or tours in China in order to reach more university students. And then lastly will be consider some cutting edge marketing technology like AR. Augmented reality is the like a merging technology here. And we do recommend universities to consider those. You can use those AR marketing like materials during your fair or during your tours, where you can quickly grasp the attention of those attendees. Some AR postcard. This one we did for the Syracuse University, where we have one of the alumni talk about the study experience at Syracuse University. And then you can also create some AR stickers where you can bring to your offline fairs. And this was a tour fact card. We used this card at one of our tour last year to introduce each university. And some less information, you can always contact us to book a time to chat with us in more detail. And you can also check out our past recap video about our tours and also previous webinars on our YouTube channel. And you can also take a look at our web paper and reports at our website. And then lastly, if you want to reach out to us for more information or on certain services, and feel free to contact us. And that will be all for my presentation.
Thank you so much, Sean. And I see we have some great questions that came in on Q&A. So feel free to keep those coming in. First one I see here is, what are some common mistakes you see schools making when posting social media content for prospective Chinese graduate students?
So the most important thing is you really need to make the content related to your Chinese audience. So in the past, we have universities were posting about Super Bowl related or the football game, which is not bad, but it's just not really related to the Chinese audience, because those kind of content, first of all, because football is not really a thing in China. So many people don't know that sports very well. And also in the past, we have we have seen some content that's fully in English, which it's okay, but the results might not be good because some students are expect to see Chinese content on the Chinese social media. So those are some information that some points that you need to take points or consider. Always localize your content and make it related to your Chinese audience.
Thanks. And also, we found really short testimonial videos to be very compelling, whether it's of current Chinese students on campus, recent graduates, and the exciting things they're doing in the professional world. That seems to really move the needle. Next
Yes.
question I see is something I'll tackle. How much is a Chinese web presence report from Sunrise? Completely free, so we're happy to do that for you, where we'll check your website speed. We'll look into chatter that's being mentioned about your institution and give you a short PDF that really covers all of that. So that's something our team in Beijing is happy to put together for you if you submit a request. Next question I see is, do you offer account management for Little Red Book?
Yeah, for that, actually, Little Red Book, it started getting really popular starting from late last year. So right now we are running the campaigns on Little Red Book. We're helping universities to run campaigns. We're looking into the options to run accounts. So you might expect some news from us in the next 3 months. We'll be having this new services open to our clients.
Very exciting. Next question is, what kind of content is blocked on WeChat? And if the account gets blocked, what are the steps to take to unblock the account?
So first of all, you should never be talking about politics on WeChat. So especially the politics related to Chinese government. And second is also always scanning your contents to make sure, because some of the sensitive word might be included in your post, but it's not the actual sensitive content, if you know what I mean. So in Chinese characters, sometimes we have those characters together that might be sensitive, but then it's not sensitive in your context. So make sure you scan those contents before you post it. And if your content get deleted or your account get blocked, then it really depends on case by case. So for example, if the case is not really severe, your account will be public in a couple of days. But if it's a severe case, then the account might be permanently deleted.
Yeah, we've also seen posts about like cryptocurrency and that sort of space have issues as well, where there's been some accounts frozen. And that appears to be all of the questions that were submitted. And again, we want to thank everyone for joining us today. We hope you found the presentation to be insightful. And we look forward to continuing the conversation soon and wish you a great year ahead. Thanks.
Thank you.